It's the season finale of True Vault Escapades! That's right. The detective duo who solve case after case in post-nuclear Vegas are in for another mystery. Today's mind-bending story, Red Alert. Fleeing from an unknown pursuer, Detective Bunny finds herself in the Mojave Desert at night, frantically running for dear life.
Come on. Please pick up, please. He's coming. Walter, please. Please. No. Walter, please answer me, please! No! Stay away from me!
Who knew it would come to this? All these months and moons out in the desert made me feel like I was painting over the wall of my mistakes. Granted, we helped a lot of people in this grand escapade. But what is that they say about the past coming to get you? Most things that have a grudge with me tend to get the world's fastest sleeping pill between their eyes. But you can't shoot a concept. You can't shoot an idea. I've had my run-ins with the mob. Plenty of mobs. Or your run-of-the-mill paramilitary group. Palms can get greased and deals can be made. This was a whole new ballgame. The kind where every guy on the other team is a pitcher, and you're expected to hit every ball. Miss just one, you're toast. I won't be stupid and overconfident anymore. I'm expecting to get hit and avoid the heartbreak. It's just how I pick up the pieces that'll be the challenge. But, can I even put it back together at all when it's said and done? Time will tell. But I have foresight about these things. Let me tell you. The vision isn't good. I'll admit it. Everyone in the wasteland has at least a few skeletons in the closet. Most of us are willing to come to terms with one another about it. What about a vault girl? Or anyone from a vault? I'm not particularly saying they should absolve us of our individual sins, but at the very least, understand, it's a different way of life out here. Someone bangs the gong the moment you leave the womb. And I'm sure less than 1% of us even remember our parents. Vaults may not be the sunshine life they tried to sell you on the old billboards, but it's the closest thing to a slice of pre-war heaven any of us can imagine. Running water, food and shelter, jobs for goodness sakes, jobs that you can wake up to and know it won't be your last. That's so far gone from us it makes you want to laugh. though we know it's true. That all being said, I don't think that old spiel can justify any of my more recent actions. No, Camry, you screwed the pooch on this one, and you thought you were in the clear. But don't lie to yourself, old dog, like a shadow person at 3 in the morning. You always saw this in your periphery. All you wished was that it got distracted with something else. Humphreys!
Walter! What the heck is going on here? I haven't heard you that frantic over the phone since the first time Bunny was kidnapped. What's happening, man?
Same ballpark. She went off looking for that signal you called her about tonight, and she hasn't returned. Dang it! I should have been there with her.
Hold on, Walter. I thought you both had gone together. Why was she out there alone?
We had a job already lined up, nothing serious. Just had to ask a few people around Vegas about Freakside's remaining chem supply. So when you called up about the signal, I figured I'd send Bunny with the car to go out on her own while I handle the drug gig on my own. No biggie, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Well, we had an agreement to meet back home, successful or not, before the storm hit tonight, and she hasn't made a peep since then. I'm scared something might have happened to her.
Okay. Let's just try to calm down and assess this before we go running in all directions first.
The only way to find out is to head out now. I'm not waiting till morning to look for her. The amount of evidence this storm is going to cover up.
Walter!
What?
Think with your head, man. Heading out there isn't going to solve the problem, only create more. And you don't even have a car anymore to try it with. Heck, the girl's got a better chance of survival than you would.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take. I know the girl is tough, but this goes beyond whatever the best survivor can handle. Besides, the Jeep has the top down. She'll never make it through, even if she drove the thing.
I don't exactly know what to tell you, Walter.
Come on out with me, that's what.
What?
Yeah, grab a pair of goggles and go by foot. I can pay you and the NCR back for whatever fees I overcharged you for.
Walter,
At least before the storm is in full swing. Now come on, are you with me?
All right. But just so far, you hear me? I'm not going to trek through this wasteland far enough that I won't be able to see my way back.
Then it'll have to do. Come on. We can check for where the signal was last picked up at the office and pack our gear. There's no time to lose.
Walter, I don't think I could go further. Neither of us can. Look at this place.
It's like there's a massive desk fan in the sky, I know. But we gotta keep moving. The tracks were last going this way.
Darn it, man. We haven't seen tracks in nearly an hour. We haven't a clue where this flippin' Jeep went off to. We need to turn around right now.
No, Humphreys. The tracks may have stopped for a bit, but we're still heading in the general direction of the signal, and that's really all we need.
Camry, listen to me. If you have a shred of hope that the girl can fend for herself out there, you'd listen to me and let things fall where they may.
Excuse me?
Calm yourself. I'm not saying Bunny is out there starving to death or anything. But she's been out here long enough to understand the nature of the wasteland and what needs to be done in most situations. You can thank yourself for the majority of that. So, as I said, if you have any faith in that vault sweller, you back away now and not kill yourself trying to look for her.
But
You nothing. You've prepared that girl for how long now? Just listen to me. Your heart's in the right place. It really is. The thing is, all of this ridiculous search and effort is not telling me that you've trusted your own damn confidence in the girl. Now, do you or do you not trust her?
I do.
See? Swallow that pride for just 2 seconds and consider all the hell she's been through since exiting the vault. That's more than any regular dame born out here can even handle. And besides, she's got moxie. It takes you further than you may think.
Fine. Fine. You win, Humphreys. Just don't expect me not to go searching for her in the morning.
That's fine. I'd expect nothing else, my boy. We only need to remind ourselves to think with our heads on this one, not our hearts. I've seen far too many over the years lose their lives over foolish pride. Not even the bad kind, but the good-intentioned kind, like yours. I don't want the story of Walter Camry to end looking for a gal that's probably kicking her feet up, sipping a Nuka-Cola while she waits for the storm to pass.
So, since I doubt there's such a thing as a spy in a sandstorm...
Oh no, Walter. Don't even try.
Hey, I think I'm owed a little information after all this stress. Who the heck put the NCR up to this?
We still have miles ahead of us, so I suppose I'm smart enough not to put myself to the torture of you in my ear.
Smart man. So what's so important about this signal?
Well, nothing in particular as far as we can tell. In fact, this wasn't a mission on behalf of the NCR, but rather an anonymous tip given to me personally.
Really? So somebody just approached you with the detail about this? Seems a bit odd. Since when did they do that?
More than you'd think, actually. The NCR has its string of informants scattered here and there. Some I know of, but not this one. Maybe they were new to the scene because this one was rather shady.
What could be more shady than chatting it up with a jittery mole in some back alley somewhere?
Funny you should say that. I was sent to meet with this one in some dirty Freeside corner early in the morning. The meetups are usually a bit awkward, but never has one turned up a bad lead or a dud. If you ask me, New California doesn't compensate them enough.
Coming from the biggest fan of regulation? I'm actually shocked to hear you say that.
Don't think I have my own ideas for the military myself, Walter. But, yes, I was a bit hesitant before I got started. Lieutenant Boyd convinced me, though.
And what about the informant themselves? Are you sure about this one?
No clue, if I'm being totally honest. But with the war effort in full swing, I thought one of you heading out to handle this for me can help me multitask and get some extra money in your pockets. Naturally, a rogue beacon or signal wouldn't catch our eye. But with what Caesar's been up to lately, we can't afford to take chances.
I see. Well, I appreciate your ongoing confidence in the agency when it comes to dealing with government matters.
Well, this person said they'd be here. This isn't exactly a place I like to stand around in. Darn it. If someone recognizes me out here, I could surely trigger something I'd rather not live with on my soul.
Relax. Without a uniform, you're just another John standing around.
Jeez, you scared me.
Sorry. I'm afraid I was caught up without a crowd to blend into for a while. Now seems like a good time.
Understood. Why don't you confirm your code name with me then?
Magenta. Nice to finally meet you.
Right. This shouldn't take long. In fact, it would be best if we conclude this meeting as soon as possible. I'll choose the spot, thank you very much. Follow me here.
Right behind you.
Here's good. So, let's hear it.
This may not be as important as it may look. but I've been monitoring this signal over the weeks, and it's to my professional opinion that this could very well be a listening post.
I'm sorry, I don't specialize in frequencies, so I don't know what this paper...
Just take it with you and hand it to the informants I'd like you to see, okay?
Ah, that's right. You requested this be looked into privately, yes?
Yes, very much so. It would keep the NCR from distributing its resources and retain discretion. I wanted to make that clear with you. Even though I have no authority to make it so, I highly recommend it.
Well, I appreciate your concern and thoughtful planning.
I'm not going to become an officer someday with a rushed mindset now, am I?
Ah, an officer. That's one ambitious goal. You have my praise. You, sure you wouldn't just want to go to your nearest recruiting station?
Thought about it, but I'd rather work my way up until I feel ready.
I get you. Will this be all?
Yes, it will be. Oh, and before I forget, here. I know you likely have a system in place for these sorts of requests, but I wanted to forward you the cash personally.
Oh,
I based this on WB investigations rates. You know them, right?
Heck, I've worked with them for some time now, yes.
Perfect. And no need to say thank you. I figured I had a long way to go to build my reputation, so I figured doing just a little further with this job would help.
Wow. I appreciate you going the extra mile for us. Sincerely, I appreciate it. You'll go far in the army at this rate.
Let's you and I hope this is nothing but a nothing burger and not Legion. However, this is a recent signal, and I am not liking the type of strength it's producing. The wavelength is listed on the paper I gave you. Be sure the detectives get it, sir.
You have my word. Well, let's not dally. You head out first.
Right. And good luck, Lieutenant.
Likewise.
Where am I? I can't move. What are the... Oh no, these are straps. Oh no, oh no.
We came a long way for you.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
To think this will be the first time I've seen a Vault 54 resident. Its most elusive one, at that. I wouldn't waste my time resisting your binds. You're still under the effects of our sedatives. You fought rather hard to stop this from happening, but you're in our facility now. There will be no escaping this time. Give yourself a break. Our scientists and researchers will take it from here. All you must do is lie down and relax.
What do you want from me?
Oh, Bunny, you're merely a victim of circumstance, I'm afraid. It's nothing personal. As Walter never told you.
What are you talking about?
That's quite a shock to me, I must say. Too long of a tale to get into right now. However, when you're prepped and ready for our procedure soon, I believe you'll be smart enough to put the pieces pieces together.
Who the heck are you?
Draco, sir. There's a call for you in your quarters. It's important.
Okay.
How are you even speaking to me?
I'm afraid that's classified, ma'am.
Okay, what do we have here? Hazmat wearing scientists and talking giant lizards. Have I been abducted again? Oh no, it looks like someone is heading my way. I don't like the sounds of what that scaly creep was talking about. Get it together, Bunny. This clearly isn't the slave ring. More like a mad scientist's hideout. One who gained lots of followers by the looks of it. This isn't your ordinary Scrabble outpost either. This place is funding. Lots of it. Damn, here he comes.
Subject. How are you feeling? No abnormalities? Any irregularities?
Oh, how kind of you to meet my vocabulary level on our first meeting. And subject? Please, at least call me Subject Bunny.
I'm going to take that as a yes. You're scheduled for operation very soon. I'm going to need to run a few tests before even thinking about that, though.
I don't recall signing a waiver for this.
You don't.
I see. Do I at least get a preview of what you're poking around for?
I'm sure my commanding officer made it quite clear that we can't reveal that to you. No need for you to worry about these tests, though. I'll just be shining a light on a few things.
Thank you for waiting for my consent, Bunny. Of course, Bunny. It's only the right thing to do.
Hush. If it makes you feel any better, you aren't a prisoner, but rather a necessary subject for the greater good.
Yeah, I would surely like to know what in the heck that could be.
Frankly, I'm not at liberty to say. Even I'm not allowed to know certain things, if it makes you feel any better.
Aren't you worried about being a tool for something you probably don't agree with?
Hush, I said. I'm not here to discuss philosophy. Just let me focus on this test, and I'll be out of your hair.
What's that syringe you got there on your side? Haven't seen that on a doctor before.
Well, I was told you would be a bit unruly by the time you woke up, so I came prepared with a sedative at hand. Luckily, you seem to be handling this well, besides the initial protest.
Well, as a woman of science myself, I can still respect the process. Besides, I'd prefer not to get jabbed for a little once-over.
Good. I'm glad you could spare me the effort.
Hey, I don't want to be a bother, and I promise I'll stop talking after this, but...
If it's an itch, I'm not scratching it. Sorry.
No, it's not that. Can you... This is embarrassing. Can you, slap my left arm a few times really quickly for me? I'm afraid I fell asleep from laying here so long.
Fine. Where at? So...
Yeah, just all over. Sort of like karate chop it for a bit. I know it's silly, but I don't know how long I can keep taking it. Give me that scalpel, you crazy witch. I just jabbed you with your own needle. Don't even try running out of here. You'll only quicken its effects.
How did you...
Because you have way too much faith in yourself, that's why. Now, I don't know who you are and who the heck wants to cut me open so bad, but trust me, I'll be getting to the bottom of it pronto. Don't make another move unless you want me to dye that uniform red. Point me to the nearest cache of stealth boys or your life ends today. I know you techno freaks have them. There? All right. Let me speed along that anesthesia for you. Okay, Bunny. We've got one shot at this. You've still got your vault suit on, so that's gonna make you stick out like a sore thumb. Don't know when that freak lizard will come back or whenever someone comes back to check this place. Ugh, that's still a lot of activity out there. Let me see. That's a good sign. The signal's struggling, but I can still hear it. We're still in the region. Wherever we are. Just have to determine where I need to run and listen to the signal get stronger. Now all I need to do is wait for these busy-looking researchers to give me some space. One second. Now! Come on, come on. That stupid egghead better not have lied to me. That's it. Oh, but I probably can't take more than 2. Rats. Gonna have to just use this and pray. I don't think anyone's noticed yet. I have to keep moving. Oh no, not now! What's going on?
Shut it.
Ugh, rats! I'm hogtied. Wait, that's right. Someone got the sneak on me. Ugh.
Yeah, we're coming right now. Don't worry. She's just fine back here. Just woke up. But more confused than anything.
Oh no, not good. I can see the Vegas skyline getting smaller.
Uh-huh. In an old-fashioned off-roader. It's a challenge with the shifter, but I'm just glad she left the thing running when I found her.
What the heck could they want me for? Could it be Casket? Some kind of bold retaliation by him? No clue. But the least I can do is get out of my ankle binds. No way for me to roll out of this thing. No use either. He'll just throw me back in. Wait, the edge of the trunk. It's got those small hooks to tie down cargo. These ropes lay on thick, but the material's old and soft as heck. Maybe if I can... just gotta... try and not make so much noise. Got it. Okay, now to handle the ropes on my wrist. No need to saw these off. I'm afraid I'll need to risk crashing the car, though. This won't be pretty. That driver needs to go down.
Hey, you sure got quiet back there. You didn't pass out, did you? I can't have you coming back with a concussion or anything. Can't have that at all. So, wiggle or something, if you don't feel like wasting your breath.
Well, there goes the freaking Jeep. Don't know if it can be recovered. And that smoke from the hood isn't very inspiring. Don't have the strength to flip it back over, too. Let's see. Driver's dead. That much is apparent. If my rope didn't kill him, the flipping on his head surely did. Need to take his gun if I'm to stand a fighting chance. What the heck kind of heat were you packing, mister? I've never seen a hilt like that in my life. What the heck is this? Is it plasma?
Eagle Eye, this is HQ. Come in, Eagle Eye.
Who the heck could he have been talking to through CB radio? HQ? What?
Eagle Eye, this is HQ. You're behind 2 hours. What's going on, man? Hello?
Wait a minute. Who the heck were you? You weren't an ordinary mercenary. You were an employee. What? If you're not gonna give me the info I want while alive, you're definitely telling me something from beyond the grave. Let's see here. Ammo. Some MREs. What's this? No, you weren't just an employee. You were a soldier. An officer or field agent or something. But with... Wait a minute. What's that symbol?
Eagle Eye, this is HQ. We're sending backup ASAP. Repeat, backup is on the way.
Oh, I'm not liking this. I gotta get out of here.
We'll return to our story after this. True Vault Escapades has a sizable radio mod available now in Fallout 4. Look for True Vault Escapades on Bethesda.net or Nexus Mods today, and listen to over 30 hours of Walter and Bunny's famous mysteries during your travels in the Commonwealth. Download today. And now, back to our story.
Anticipation is a cruel mistress. You only want it to end just to give yourself that peace of mind. even if the news is bad. Bunny has gone through something terrible, and I can't deny that fishy smell in the air from the very start. I should know. It's not like we have the best outcomes when we go searching for rogue signals out there. I should have taken a page out of the dame's book about saying yes to every NCR mission that's thrown at us. The lieutenant may have been right about hitting the desert during a storm, but I had a whole different one brewing in the annals of my mind. I just wrapped up a call with him and convinced the old Irishman to head out and search for any remnants of the night before. I'm not going back on my word that Bunny can handle herself, but she'd do the same for me. The least we can do is meet each other halfway to pull ourselves out of the muck. I can only pray she doesn't pull a switcheroo and throw me in herself. I'll give it to Humphreys, though. This was a beast of a storm that turned the bright skyline of New Vegas into a blurry spotlight in the distance. We couldn't have survived out there tonight, unless we could breathe sand. So what do you do, Walter? I mean, after we can stop worrying about whether or not Bunny's okay. Do we bury this even further like so many other secrets in the city? Or do we close our eyes and face the music? Nah. Aren't we tired of running? I've burned bridges with enough factions out there. The least I can do is be 100% with the only one I've ever loved. Just bare your soul, apologize, and hope nature squares things away the most just way possible. At least die with some shred of dignity on your conscience, Camry. Great Scott. If I wasn't a tracker in a former life. Hey, Humphreys?
Yeah, boyo?
I've got the Jeep. The thing's flipped over on its side by a sand mound here. The storm must have covered up any tracks, but I think I'm seeing some equipment here. Doesn't look like ours either.
Good job, Camry. Give me one moment.
Man alive. I've known these sands better than you, Walter, but I've learned over time to trust your sixth sense on these things. So, that's our car, huh?
That's right. No other one like it these days. That's our ride.
No sign of the girl, huh?
Nah, none.
And what was that about the equipment you saw?
Look there. Half buried in the sand.
We've got a body.
Or what's left of one.
Ugh, guy's still fresh. Croaked about maybe last night.
Kudos. You must be picking up a few things from me.
Surely not the hardest examination here. But you can tell when the carrion and Night Stalkers have picked on someone for a while.
Got a solid cause of death here. Neck is broken to all hell. Jeep flipped over like a top.
I doubt there was a reason to take a turn that sharp, eh?
Nah, not a one. That was definitely Bunny's doing.
Well, there's our would-be kidnapper. He has a cap on, gloves, and a nice leather uniform. Odd. No one around here sports that style. Hey, look. Is that a plasma pistol?
I was afraid of that.
Huh? Why? Wait a moment. Haven't you two had dealings with those shady Van Graffs in the past?
We have.
Well, anyone around here knows their armor. Who's to say they have a new outfit to sport? What's going on with you, Walter? I already know what you look like when that girl plays hooky on you. But something different is written on your face today.
And here I thought this ugly mug had the best poker face of all time. But who was I kidding? Even I can't hide the obvious despair in my face. Bunny was missing, and this time, we may have an even scarier culprit than the likes of Casket. Truth is, I was already in a heightened headspace ever since I did personal reconnaissance all those weeks back and heard the familiar voice of my old lizard friend through the radio chatter. This body only proved my worst fear. We had a new player in this already crowded desert of ours.
Come on, Walter. Who is this? I know not even you could hold out your old pal Humphreys. Is the uniform from some high-end merc group? What the?
We've got hostiles.
Back up! We need to gain a little distance. Two of them have power armor. I can't make a dent on them.
Keep running, and nab the ones without it. We need to work our way down this slope. Got him.
But we still got those hulking freaks coming at us.
Don't waste your ammo just yet. Just keep going down the slope.
Whatever you say, Camry. Damn it! How long does this slope go for?
Just be glad it keeps going at all. Keep going. Wait.
What?
Not another step. We're about to run off a cliff.
Oh my gosh. Good save. We almost walked straight into a freefall.
Is there any way around it? A darn sandstorm picked up and I can't see a thing.
No. Not at the moment. Rats! I don't see a way off this thing unless we backtrack. You think we escaped those guys?
Not a chance. A little sandstorm isn't stopping that type of technology. We may be on borrowed time here, Humphreys.
Hold on, wait. Let me try something.
Go ahead. Unless you brought climbing gear, we're sitting ducks.
Lieutenant Humphreys to Camp McCarran. Lieutenant Humphreys to Camp McCarran. I'm requesting emergency evac via vertibird immediately. Do you copy?
That's a copy from McCarran, Lieutenant. Please relay the sitrep. Vertibird support is only limited to emergency combat parameters under certain circumstances.
Yes, I know. Listen to me. We're being pursued by multiple unknown combatants in power armor. I can't identify our current position, but it isn't far from where I last logged my location before I left. I need you to check my sign-out records and get a bird here on the double.
And you said you can't identify the assailants?
No! For God's sake, no! And if you can't send that thing for air support, you better have it come pick us up ASAP!
Humphreys, we've got company.
Send it! Now! They're coming at us too quick, and our weapons don't stand a chance against their armor.
We have to jump.
What? Are you crazy?
We either take a risk breaking our legs or getting zapped into goo.
You know how power armor works. All they'll do is jump down and continue chasing us.
Then we'll crawl as far as we can. Just trust me. The sooner we do it, the better.
Okay. But you go first.
Okay. If anything, try to fall on top of me to break your fall. Well, here goes nothing.
Damn it, Camry. If I make it out of this, I'm down on a whole bottle of whiskey tonight.
Targets have fled over the cliff. Shall we continue pursuit? Yes, sir. Preparing jump now.
Remember, bring the detective alive if you can.
Copy that.
I don't know how long I can keep running with my leg like this, Camry.
My legs kill me too, Humphreys. Just keep going. I'm not going to have you die on my account.
Look, Walter, I don't know what you just uncovered, but we're in this together. You hear me? If I'm dying on our account.
Thanks for the weight off my shoulders, then. Look, I think that's a cave.
Huh? Where?
There, just ahead. It looks like a small one, but enough to buy us some time.
All right, you lead us there. I can't see it as well as you.
Okay.
Well, this wasn't on today's schedule, that's for sure. Who the heck were those guys, Walter? Oh, come on. It's not like we have the brightest outlook here.
You won't believe me when I say it.
Try me.
Look, last time you probably heard of these guys was in a history book. But if you're still able to push past all you've heard, these kooks are with the Enclave.
What?
Told you. Hey, look alive. We've got company.
Great heavens. Won't these guys give up? Hey, what do you mean the Enclave? I just don't understand.
Shh. Listen, we need to get into cover. There's no point in trying to limp away again.
Walter, the Enclave wouldn't make any sense. Even if they had the right mind to keep existing, they wouldn't show up in broad daylight in force like this.
Long story. Just focus on finding a big enough rock to hide behind, parallel to me.
This garbage excuse for a cave is built like a shotgun house. The exit is just ahead of us, like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Just find a rock and hide. We need to catch these guys with their metal pants down.
Just what the heck do you expect us to do when we knock the weapons out of their hands, huh? It's not like we have ridiculously armored hands to counter the haymakers they're gonna throw at us.
Haven't you ever fought one of those power-armored raiders before? You have to go for the joints. No matter how great that armor is, there's still a human underneath, and they need to function like the rest of us. Whatever you see fit, guns or knives, go for the joints. If we can get them bleeding in some way, any way at all, the difference between life and death can be changed for us.
Okay, Walter, okay.
Team 10 to base. Currently entering what is believed to be the opening to a large pre-war pipe. Copy that, sir. Beginning search.
A lot of natural formations in this old pipe. Could be taking cover. Keep your rifle up. We already lost 3.
No need to tell me twice. And if we don't find them here, there's no chance they brave the storm even further.
None at all. That said, we shouldn't dally. If they're a negative for the cave, we may lose them.
I don't follow.
Then follow this. If they aren't in here, they're gonna kill themselves in the desert.
Now! Humphreys, we gotta get out of here.
Through the other side! Let's go!
Get up! Get up! You're trying to escape.
What do we do now?
I don't know.
Walter, look!
They're back.
Put your hands up! Now! What the heck is that?
That's the NCR! Duck down! The cavalry's here!
That's not for us! Open fire! Open fire!
Get on! Now!
Come on, Walter! Let's get the hell out of here!
No need to tell me twice.
Pilot, take us up! Let's leave this place behind.
I know what you're thinking. Phew, that was a close brush with Dad. Walter must be mighty relieved that the NCR swooped in just in the nick of time. But the truth is, my world just got a heck of a lot more complicated. On my ride back in the vertibird, I almost asked for a brown paper bag to regulate this labored breathing of mine. My life's biggest lie may have just stolen the life of my best dame, and nearly cost me one of my best friends. I wished I hadn't caved when Humphreys asked me the big question, but he would have known anyway. No one was expecting a clever ambush by those government boys during our innocent search. No, old man time comes for everyone, and my time was just about up. Funny, I say that to all the criminals I can't convict, and I end up right every time. Just hadn't considered I'd apply to that equation. If anything at all, this was a stern reminder to get off your high horse, at least once in a while. Afternoon.
Walter?
Yeah? Everything all right?
Mr. Camry, I tried to call you earlier today, but you weren't available.
Yeah, I was out for most of the day. You saw that.
No, I mean on your Mojave phone booth. I didn't know where else to call you.
Is everything okay? What's the matter?
No, not at all. Come here, would you please? I don't want anyone else to hear.
Is it about Bunny?
Yes. You've been looking for her, yes?
Yeah.
She was here.
What?
Shh. I don't know what the hell is going on, but she and some hooded guy came in here a few hours ago, and they haven't come down since. I think he had a gun to her back.
Son of a... Okay, what did the hooded man tell you?
Not to tell you a peep. Made Bunny take him up and force her to tell me not to tell you about this when you came.
Okay.
What do I do? I'm scared.
Nothing. Just Just buzz the room and let's play normal. You can do that, right?
Of course. Just be careful.
I always am.
Hello, this is WB Investigations.
Yes, Mr. Camry's here for you?
Why, yes. Did he bring those atomic cocktails for us by any chance?
Oh,
Never mind. Sorry.
Sending him up now. Have a great day.
You too.
Here goes nothing.
Be careful.
This ain't good. Hooded man? Oh no. This has to be the one Humphreys met. Has to be. Bunny? Bunny?
Hello, Walter.
What the?
Sit down, Detective. Right next to your partner here.
Bunny?
Hi, Walter.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay. Who's this?
My secretary. From Plano. However, what she's doing here with a gun trained on us is beyond me.
Yet another question that will be solved with time, Camry. But until then, sit beside your partner and let's talk.
Okay.
Good. I'm glad to see you two together for once. I must say, though, it's been a long, rocky road to catch up with you. Oh, and with all the moving around and acquaintanceships you've made, I had to tread carefully.
Red, I thought you were killed. I came looking for you all that time ago and...
I got sidetracked and worked for my captor, yes. I appreciate the effort, but I'm afraid the trajectory has changed in my life, so you needn't burden yourself with my loss anymore. I'm alive, well, and in a much better way.
Can someone please explain what's going on?
You tell her, Walter. You experienced much more than me.
Yeah. After the debacle in Vault 54, I packed my things up and set up shop in Plano, as I told you before. I think I neglected to tell you about my old secretary here. She worked for me part-time and served as a merchant in a local caravan.
I see.
Well, one day, her caravan went missing and sent out a distress signal. I soon followed to some cave, where I met...
Well, he met my boss, Draco.
Yes, Draco. Anyway, this guy basically ended up dangling the life of her and her caravan over my head, unless I helped them with something. I did what I was told, and still never heard from them. Not until now.
I'll provide you some closure, Walter. The caravan was quickly slaughtered after taking refuge in the cave for the night. And that's where I met Draco. He introduced me to his friends and gave me an ultimatum.
So you decided to work for him. Not exactly what I expected out of a girl like you in the past. Even when pressed into a corner.
I may have been a hard worker with my head down and a smile on my face, Walter. But I had ambitions of my own, just like everyone else. It may have been a difficult choice, yes, but it still fell under my realm of possibility.
I must say, I'm saddened to hear the fate of the rest of your coworkers. But I won't judge you for making your own decisions out there. I wouldn't recommend that path for anybody, except I understand how the wasteland forces you to do things that you once thought you couldn't.
And how anything correlating with that has to do with us is making zero sense to me right now.
What does it now? I know this is not how we expected to meet again, if we met again at all. But I'm afraid to report that we will be needing some decent answers from you.
Who's we?
I can't say, even though I want to. However, I'm surprised you haven't seemed to share your pre-Mojave excursions with Bunny here. I thought maybe I can't say anything, but maybe you can, Walter.
Walter?
It's Old Hat, Bunny. Her new owner lured me into a trap and forced me to do things I didn't want to do.
Owner? Oh, that's a new one. I'll have to tell him that when we all go to see him.
Cut to the chase, sister. Do you think because you snuck into our office with a gun that you can leave here alive? Do you even know whose property you're treading on right now?
Who? House? I have nothing to worry about. I made sure to temporarily override his overpowered defense controls. By the time he realizes anything happened, we'll be long gone. So tell me, where is the car?
The car?
Project Conveyance. We've only been here a short time, and I've only spotted you slugging around in that vintage Jeep out there. Why not hit the streets in that fancy Fusion mobile?
You mean the old car? If so, you're too late for that.
What do you mean?
It's gone, Red. Blew up like a fireworks show in the middle of the strip.
You... what?
Benny and his chairman rigged it while we were distracted one night. They did it to kill a key player in a very important case. So unless you have the best scavenging skills in the world and spot-on know-how about pre-war prototype cars... Project Conveyance? You're with the Enclave?
Sit down.
Walter, you worked with the Enclave and didn't tell me?
Bunny, please.
Please what? You're actually telling me you and this woman's boss worked together?
Bunny, she lured me there and pretended that Draco was going to kill her if I didn't do what they said.
Oh, okay. And what was it that they needed so badly?
The device to get to you. Well, not you. The vault.
What?
Look, they tracked me down somehow after the fall of 54 and used this witch of a secretary to do their bidding. I didn't even know that after all that time we never really saved the vault. Just bought it an extra month before the inevitable happened.
Really?
Well, not exactly. Considering how he left out the meatiest part of how he found you, can I assume he left out the part where he cold-bloodedly killed an undercover Brotherhood agent who offered to take the device off his hands instead?
What?
Yep. Reports say he even dumped a few extra rounds in the corpse just to make sure he was dead. All for you, Bunny. All for you. Now sit down.
I was also promised that if I helped them, they would let me bring you home safe. The plans they had for everyone else.
I can't believe you.
Oh, no longer the innocent boyfriend you once thought, I may not have your personal best interest in mind, but I'm glad I could bring you that closure, Bunny. I can only imagine the excuse he gave you when he had you both pack up your things and move to the confines of the strip. You had a ping on us, Walter, Well, if it makes you feel any better, your plan on blowing us up in your old agency almost worked. Almost.
Is that why we were saving up so much? To move into the actual city?
No, it was to protect you, Bunny.
You knew they might have been coming, and had us bag our luggage and move into the city where you thought you could be protected. And how well do you think that worked out? We literally have an Enclave agent pointing a gun at us in our own office. All this time, just to protect the truth. I almost died today, Walter. This all could have been avoided, even if you told me what really happened back in Texas.
Bunny.
What are you doing?
I'm calling in my vertibird transport so we may continue this conversation elsewhere. Until then, sit here.
So we told you there's nothing left of the car. What do you want, the Jeep? Believe me, you can have it. As long as you stop this pursuit, for goodness sake.
That bucket of bolts is simply a nifty restoration job. Still runs on ancient petroleum that I'm sure the NCR provides to you. Do you even realize the sheer importance of what you lost? Much like the rest of the Vault, Vault 54 was secretly committed to ensuring yet another piece of our lost society could be put back together, no matter how long it took to make.
And so what? The whole election debacle meant absolutely nothing?
Oh, simply one of many distractions to conceal the true nature of your Vault. When its estimated assembly date was logged, the Enclave was alerted to its position. Little would we know the effect of the underestimated turmoil that wouldn't ensue because of the election experiment.
A shame. If only you'd been there to experience the blood, death, and destruction along there with me.
A few bodies doesn't amount to the sanctity of the future, gal.
You sure? I hope those thousands of few bodies were worth it. Because now you're behind enemy lines with absolutely nothing to show for them. And isn't it to my understanding that the Enclave runs on a strict no-failure policy? If that's correct, you may have just set a new low in the record book. I can already see the new cadets studying off your mistakes right now.
Well, you're slightly correct. But there's other means of securing info about Project Conveyance. Since it was missing, my boss made it a mission to secure as many Vault Dwellers alive as possible.
The experiments. You were probing their mind's deepest corridors to check if they ever saw it.
That's why you're hunting us down. To hook us up and check our mental files.
Yep. Just like the car, this procedure is a prototype but tends to get the job done. Even just 50-odd seconds of your memories can reveal to us a world of information to go about rebuilding it. But we can't do it without your brains. By the way, Walter, Draco can't wait to see you again.
Good. And I can't wait to see him too.
Ah, that must be our ride. Okay, you two. Slowly get up and lead the way downstairs. It should be landing just outside the city walls. Perhaps you two can reconcile your problems on the way there,
Someone's getting out of the elevator.
What?
Red!
Duck, Bunny!
Come out, Red. There's nowhere you can run now. Oh, damn. The bird.
I guess we'll have to reschedule, friends. But do not worry. I will see you again.
Damn it. She's gone. Again.
Who are you?
We need to talk.
The episode you just heard was written and produced by Preston Hardin, edited and mixed by Ethan Walsh. In our cast, Walter Camry was voiced by Eric Huffman, Bunny by Krystal Romero, Humphreys by Philip Sacramento, Red by Mary Ann Stanek, Cage by Mike Tyson, Draco by Levi Deaton, Enclave Scientist by Don McCormack, Enclave Researcher by Joseph Kelly, Enclave Soldiers by Austin Rodgers, Patrick Jaxxis Conway, and Josh Smith, and The Receptionist by Cassidy Beethelette. This episode was made possible by our wonderful A-Bomb radio patrons, to Michelle, Joel Jackal, Nick Bailey, Tim Roth, ODST Hero, castmates Tysonator, Austin Rodgers, and Don McCormack, Irrational Kind, Brandon Cullison, Jorge Vega, Hodgepodge the Cardboard Wolf, Aaron Scholar, Kylar Skulkin, Pamela Schmeckpepper, Skygon, Joseph Washer, Dean Calipoy, Joe Pickles, Joshua Riley, Desmond Irons, Jordan Dickey, Jonathan LaRue, Ben Whitney, Michael, Rig Micklin, Ollie the Moose, Nate, Richard Hersher, Silva Valentine, Pacey, Andrus Babos, Date Sato, J.C. Belford, and newcomers somebody that you used to know and Devin Shadow V. None of this could be possible without your continued support. Thank you dearly for your continued support and making this season happen. Why don't you join this list of amazing people by joining the Dear Listener tier on the official A-Bomb Radio Patreon? Just visit patreon.com/ABombRadio to get started today. Get access to real-time production updates, behind-the-scenes goodies, and exclusive merchandise. Stay tuned to this podcast for more exciting episodes to come, including the dark and mysterious Season 7, where every adventure is more revealing than the last. Next time on True Vault Escapades.